Congratulations! Your financial miracle has arrived. If you've been searching for a way to unlock the wealth you know God has destined for you, then this is it. You see, while many believe that achieving financial prosperity is a matter of strategy or luck, the truth is far more powerful and unexpected. It's about aligning yourself with God's divine plan for your life, and that alignment begins with this prayer to Jesus. Yes, you heard that right. One prayer can be the key that unlocks $697 million in wealth. Sounds unbelievable? That's exactly what makes it so profound. The quickest rewards often come from the most surprising places, and this message is no different. Stick with me until the end, and discover how you can tap into the abundant blessings that God has already approved for you. Don't miss out on this divine opportunity. It's time to claim the wealth that's been waiting for you. Imagine receiving a direct message from heaven where God says, "It's done. I've blessed your path to prosperity." This is the essence of divine approval, something few truly understand. When you feel that you have this approval, your confidence grows, and money starts to flow in ways you never imagined. But for this to happen, you need to act with unwavering faith and a positive mindset. Have you ever noticed how confident people seem to attract opportunities? This isn't just a coincidence. When you believe that God is on your side, your actions reflect that belief. And this manifests in everything you do. You start making better decisions, seeing possibilities where there were once barriers, and money inevitably follows this energy. Think of it as a spiritual magnet attracting everything necessary for your success. Often, people pray for financial blessings but remain trapped in doubt. God has already given the green light, but they stay hesitant. Divine approval is not a guarantee that you won't face challenges. It's the assurance that, even in the face of difficulties, you will emerge victorious. The key is to act with confidence and not let fear paralyze your actions. Money isn't just a matter of strategy or luck. It's a matter of spiritual alignment. When you know that God has approved your finances, you act with the certainty that you are on the right path. And with this certainty, your decisions become more assertive, and your actions more effective. This is the secret many overlook. What would you do if you knew, without a shadow of a doubt, that your finances are blessed? Would you take more risks? Invest more boldly? The truth is that divine approval gives you that security. When you feel heaven is on your side, your choices reflect that confidence. And that's when the doors to prosperity open. It's not about doing more, but about doing the right things with the certainty that they will work out. Let's be honest, who hasn't wished for a clear sign that they are on the right track? Divine approval is that sign, but it doesn't always come in obvious ways. It could be a feeling of peace after making a decision or a sequence of coincidences that seem to confirm you're on the right path. These signs, when recognized, strengthen your faith and propel you forward. One important point many forget is that divine approval does not negate the need for action. God may have blessed your plans, but it's up to you to put them into practice. It's like having a key to a vault full of treasures. The key is useless if you don't use it. So, act with confidence, knowing that your financial success has already been authorized. Sometimes this approval comes as a sense of peace that overwhelms you. Other times, it's an opportunity that arises unexpectedly. But either way, when you recognize God's hand guiding your finances, that peace translates into secure and successful actions. This is the kind of faith that moves mountains and fills your bank account. Did you know that the mind has an incredible power to transform reality? When you believe that your finances are approved by God, your mind starts working in your favor. It begins to seek solutions, identify opportunities, and before you know it, everything starts aligning. Money flows because you are mentally and spiritually prepared to receive it. A practical tip for aligning your actions with divine approval is the practice of gratitude. Thank in advance for the blessings that are yet to come. This not only reinforces your faith, but also sends a clear message to the universe that you are ready to receive. Gratitude, when combined with action, creates a powerful cycle of prosperity. If you have doubts about this approval, it's time to reconsider your beliefs. Stop and reflect. Do you really believe that God wants you to prosper? If the answer is yes, then it's time to act accordingly. If the answer is no, it's time to work on that belief. Your mindset is what determines the level of blessings you will be able to receive. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have all the blessings while others struggle to get the bare minimum? The difference lies in mindset. Those who prosper are certain that God has approved their finances. This certainty drives them to act with courage and wisdom. It's not about being lucky, but about believing that you have already been chosen for abundance. If you're waiting for a sign to start acting, consider this as the sign you've been waiting for. Your prosperity has already been approved, but it's up to you to walk in that direction. Stop doubting and start acting. Money flows to those who move with confidence and faith. Don't let fear steal the blessings that are already destined for you. Consider your financial journey as a marathon approved by God. There's a divine plan in action, but you are the runner. God may have mapped out the course, but you are the one who needs to take the steps. And every step you take in faith brings you closer to the finish line, where abundance is waiting. A powerful way to strengthen this confidence is through visualization. Picture yourself living the life of abundance you desire, with all your financial needs met. See yourself acting wisely, making smart investments, and contributing to noble causes. When you visualize with faith, you're actually aligning yourself with the divine plan. Never underestimate the power of divine approval. It's what makes the difference between living in scarcity and thriving. When you are aware that your finances have been blessed, there's no room for doubt. You act with purpose, and every action is a step toward financial success. It's this certainty that turns dreams into reality. Divine approval is just the beginning. It gives you the permission to prosper, but it's your responsibility to make it happen. And as you walk with this certainty, you begin to see how everything aligns for your good. It's not just about having money, but about having a full and blessed life. Attracting prosperity isn't just about working hard. It's about aligning your mindset with the abundance that God has already promised. When you visualize abundance, you set the stage for it to manifest in your life. Picture the money you need, the opportunities you want, and the success you deserve. This isn't wishful thinking, it's faith in action. You're aligning yourself with God's approval and creating a magnetic force that draws prosperity to you. Gratitude is the gateway to prosperity. When you express genuine thanks for what you already have, you open the door for more to come your way. It's like planting seeds in fertile soil. Each moment of gratitude nourishes those seeds, and soon enough, they begin to grow. Whether it's the money in your pocket or the opportunities on the horizon, acknowledging them with gratitude accelerates their multiplication. Imagine walking through life with an invisible force guiding you towards prosperity. That force is your faith, combined with a deep sense of gratitude. When you trust that God has approved your financial blessings, your actions naturally align with that belief. You start seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. And with every step, you draw closer to the financial abundance you desire. The power of visualization is often underestimated. But those who truly understand it know that it's not just about seeing with your eyes. It's about seeing with your heart. Visualizing financial success isn't about daydreaming. It's about aligning your thoughts with the reality God has prepared for you. As you see yourself prospering, you create a pathway for that vision to become reality. Consider this: every thought you have is like a magnet. Positive, abundant thoughts attract positive, abundant results. Negative, fearful thoughts attract scarcity and lack. By consciously focusing on the prosperity you desire, you're setting the stage for God's blessings to flow into your life. It's not about ignoring reality, but about shaping it through the power of positive expectation. You've probably heard the phrase, "You get what you focus on." This is more than just a catchy saying, it's a spiritual truth. When you focus on lack, you create more of it. When you focus on abundance, that's what multiplies. By keeping your mind and heart fixed on prosperity, you align yourself with God's will and attract the financial blessings that have been set aside for you. Practical actions are the bridge between faith and manifestation. If you're visualizing prosperity, take steps that align with that vision. Maybe it's learning a new skill, investing wisely, or even starting a side business. These actions, when combined with faith and gratitude, create a powerful synergy that attracts money and success into your life. God's approval gives you the foundation. Your actions build on it. There's a saying that goes, "When you pray, move your feet." This means that after you've prayed for prosperity, you need to act as if the answer is already on its way. If you believe that God has approved your financial blessings, then start living like it. Make decisions that reflect that belief, and you'll see doors opening, opportunities multiplying, and money flowing in ways you never expected. It's easy to talk about attracting prosperity, but what does it look like in practice? It could mean budgeting wisely, saving strategically, or investing with confidence. It might involve taking calculated risks, knowing that your faith provides a safety net. Whatever form it takes, the key is to act with the expectation that prosperity is not just possible but inevitable. That mindset, coupled with action, draws financial blessings to you. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to have all the luck? It's not luck, it's alignment. They're in tune with the frequency of abundance, and as a result, prosperity flows to them effortlessly. You can tap into that same frequency by aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with the belief that God has already approved your blessings. When you do, you become a magnet for wealth. The law of attraction isn't just a trend, it's a spiritual principle. What you think about, you bring about. By consciously focusing on prosperity, you're sending out a signal to the universe, and to God, that you're ready to receive. This isn't about greed, it's about recognizing that financial well-being allows you to live fully and give generously. It's about stepping into the abundance that God has in store for you. Prosperity isn't just about accumulating wealth, it's about living in a state of abundance in every area of life. When you attract financial blessings, you're also opening yourself up to blessings in health, relationships, and personal growth. Money is just one part of the equation. True prosperity encompasses all aspects of your life, and by focusing on financial abundance, you're setting the stage for holistic well-being. Think of your mind as a garden. Whatever you plant, there will grow. If you plant seeds of abundance, thoughts of prosperity, gratitude, and faith, then that's what will flourish. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and scarcity, you'll see those weeds take over. The choice is yours, but the principle is the same. Whatever you focus on will multiply. Choose to plant seeds that will yield a harvest of financial blessings. Some people believe that attracting prosperity is a matter of luck, but it's really a matter of alignment. When your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are aligned with God's promises, you naturally attract the resources, opportunities, and relationships that lead to financial abundance. This alignment isn't something that happens overnight. It's a daily practice of faith, gratitude, and positive action. Gratitude is the fertilizer for your prosperity. Every time you express thanks for the money you have, the opportunities before you, or the progress you've made, you're nurturing the seeds of abundance in your life. This isn't just a nice idea. It's a powerful principle. One practical way to attract prosperity is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for, specifically related to your finances. This simple practice shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, and in doing so, you align yourself with God's provision. As you cultivate gratitude, you'll notice that money begins to flow more freely and opportunities come your way more often. The connection between the spiritual and financial realms is often overlooked, but it's one of the most powerful forces in your life. When you combine spiritual practices like prayer with practical financial actions, you create a synergy that leads to both spiritual and financial well-being. It's like having 2 hands working together, one reaching out to heaven, the other to the opportunities around you. This balance is what brings true prosperity. Consider prayer as your spiritual investment. Just as you wouldn't expect financial returns without making an investment, you can't expect spiritual blessings without dedicating time and energy to your spiritual life. When you pray, you're not just asking for blessings. You're aligning your heart and mind with God's will. This alignment creates a foundation for your financial actions, ensuring that they are guided by divine wisdom. Have you ever noticed that when you're spiritually grounded, your financial decisions are more effective? This isn't a coincidence. When your spirit is aligned with God, your decisions are guided by clarity and purpose. You're more likely to make choices that lead to abundance because you're not just relying on your own understanding, you're tapping into divine guidance. This is the secret to harmonizing your spiritual and financial lives. Money and spirituality are often seen as separate, but they're deeply interconnected. When you approach your finances with a spiritual mindset, you begin to see money not just as a means to an end, but as a tool for fulfilling God's purpose in your life. This shift in perspective allows you to manage your resources with wisdom and intention, leading to greater prosperity and fulfillment. One practical way to strengthen this connection is by dedicating a portion of your income to charitable giving. This isn't just about generosity. It's about recognizing that everything you have comes from God and that sharing your blessings is a way of honoring Him. When you give, you're not just helping others. You're also creating a flow of abundance in your own life. It's a spiritual principle that what you sow, you will reap. Think of your financial life as a garden, with your spiritual practices as the water that nourishes it. Without regular spiritual nourishment, your financial garden can wither, no matter how much effort you put into it. But when you combine financial strategies with spiritual discipline, you create an environment where both your faith and your finances can thrive. This balance is key to experiencing true abundance. Prayer is often seen as a way to ask for help, but it's also a powerful tool for financial clarity. When you pray about your financial situation, you're inviting divine wisdom into your decision-making process. You're asking God to guide your steps, to open doors that need to be opened, and to close those that aren't meant for you. This kind of spiritual guidance can lead to financial breakthroughs that you wouldn't achieve on your own. The Bible is full of examples where faith and finances intersect. From the parable of the talents to the widow's offering, we see that God cares about how we handle money. He doesn't just want us to prosper financially. He wants us to do so in a way that aligns with His will. This means being wise stewards of our resources, using them not just for personal gain but for the greater good. This is the heart of the spiritual and financial connection. When you combine prayer with financial planning, you're setting yourself up for success on multiple levels. Prayer invites divine insight, while planning ensures that you're prepared to act on that insight. It's like having a map and a compass. Prayer points you in the right direction, and planning helps you navigate the journey. Together, they lead to financial success that's rooted in spiritual wisdom. Have you ever felt like you were doing everything right financially, but still not seeing the results you wanted? It might be that your spiritual and financial lives are out of sync. When you bring these two areas into alignment, you'll find that your efforts start to bear fruit. This doesn't mean that challenges will disappear, but it does mean that you'll have the strength and clarity to overcome them. That's the power of a strong spiritual and financial connection. Sometimes, the spiritual and financial connection is most evident in times of crisis. When faced with financial difficulties, your spiritual practices can provide the peace and guidance you need to navigate the storm. Prayer, meditation, and reflection can help you stay grounded, make wise decisions, and trust that God is with you every step of the way. This spiritual resilience is what turns financial challenges into opportunities for growth. A key aspect of the spiritual and financial connection is trust. Trust that God is your provider, and that He will supply all your needs according to His riches. This trust allows you to approach your finances with confidence, knowing that you're not alone in this journey. It frees you from the fear of lack and opens you up to the abundance that God has in store for you. Trust is the bridge that connects your spiritual faith to financial prosperity. Your financial actions should be an expression of your spiritual beliefs. If you believe that God wants you to live in abundance, then your financial decisions should reflect that belief. This might mean investing in your education, starting a business, or giving generously. Whatever the action, the key is to ensure that it aligns with your faith. The spiritual and financial connection isn't just about individual prosperity, it's also about community. When you use your financial blessings to support others, you're participating in a divine cycle of giving and receiving. This doesn't just bless those you help, it also brings more blessings into your own life. God's economy is one of abundance, where giving leads to receiving, and generosity multiplies your resources. It's important to remember that money is a tool, not an end in itself. When you view money through a spiritual lens, you see it as a means to fulfill God's purpose in your life. This perspective frees you from the stress of financial pursuits and allows you to focus on what truly matters. It's about using money wisely, not just to meet your needs but to make a positive impact in the world. This is the ultimate goal of connecting your spiritual and financial lives. Patience and trust are two sides of the same coin when it comes to manifesting financial blessings. Trusting God's timing requires patience, and patience is the evidence of your trust. It's easy to get discouraged when the results don't come as quickly as you'd like. But remember, God's timing is always perfect. The delay is often a setup for something greater than you imagined. Trust that what's meant for you will arrive at the right time. Think of a seed planted in the ground. You don't see immediate growth, but you trust that, with time and care, it will sprout. Financial blessings work the same way. Just because you don't see them right away doesn't mean they aren't coming. Your role is to nurture your faith and keep taking the right actions, knowing that God is working behind the scenes to bring about your harvest. Waiting can be challenging, especially when it feels like you're doing everything right but not seeing results. This is where patience comes in. Patience isn't just about waiting. It's about waiting with a positive attitude, knowing that what you're waiting for is worth it. When you trust in God's plan, you understand that every delay is purposeful, and every step is bringing you closer to your financial breakthrough. Trust is the foundation of patience. Without trust, patience turns into frustration. But when you trust that God has your best interests at heart, you can be patient, even in the face of uncertainty. This trust allows you to remain calm and focused, knowing that God's plan for your prosperity is unfolding exactly as it should. Trust is what transforms waiting from a burden into a blessing. One practical way to build patience is through gratitude. When you focus on what you already have, you shift your mindset from lack to abundance. This doesn't just make the waiting easier, it makes it more meaningful. Gratitude keeps you grounded in the present, reminding you that even as you wait for future blessings, you are already blessed. This perspective makes it easier to trust that more is on the way. Have you ever noticed that the greatest rewards often come after the longest waits? This is a pattern seen throughout life, and it's especially true with financial blessings. The waiting period is not wasted time, it's a time of preparation. God is not just preparing the blessing for you, He's preparing you for the blessing. When it finally arrives, you'll be ready to receive it and make the most of it. Impatience can lead to poor decisions, especially when it comes to money. When you rush into things without trusting God's timing, you often end up settling for less than what He has planned for you. But when you practice patience, you allow God to bring the best opportunities your way. Remember, good things come to those who wait, but even better things come to those who wait with trust. Trusting God's timing doesn't mean being passive. It means taking action while waiting for His timing to bring the results. It's about finding a balance between doing what you can and trusting God to do what you cannot. This balance allows you to be patient without feeling helpless. You're not just waiting, you're actively preparing for the blessings you know are coming. Patience is a muscle that grows stronger with use. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes. Start by setting small goals that require patience and trust. As you achieve them, you'll build confidence in your ability to wait for the bigger blessings. This process not only strengthens your patience, but also deepens your trust in God's timing. Financial success is often a marathon, not a sprint. It requires consistent effort over time, coupled with patience and trust. There will be times when progress seems slow or non-existent, but these are the moments that test and strengthen your faith. Remember, every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your financial goals. Trust the process, and keep moving forward. Patience is not just about waiting, it's about what you do while you wait. Use this time to develop your skills, deepen your faith, and prepare for the opportunities that are coming. The waiting period can be a time of tremendous growth if you approach it with the right mindset. Trust that God is working in your favor, even when you can't see it. Trust is the antidote to fear and anxiety. When you trust that God has everything under control, you can release the need to worry about the outcome. This doesn't mean you won't have moments of doubt, but it does mean that you won't let those doubts control your actions. Trust allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that God's plan is always better than your own. One key to developing trust is to reflect on past experiences where patience paid off. Think about the times when you waited, and the outcome was better than you expected. These memories serve as reminders that God's timing is perfect. By focusing on these positive outcomes, you reinforce your trust and make it easier to be patient in the present. Waiting is easier when you have a clear vision of what you're waiting for. Take time to visualize the financial blessings you desire and the impact they will have on your life. This vision gives you something to hold on to when the waiting gets tough. It's a reminder that your patience will be rewarded and that the blessings you're waiting for are worth the wait. Trusting God's timing requires humility. It's about recognizing that His ways are higher than ours and that His timing is better than ours. This humility allows you to let go of your need to control every aspect of your life and instead, trust that God's plan is unfolding perfectly. When you release control, You free yourself from the stress and anxiety that come with trying to make things happen on your own. Patience and trust are not just virtues, they are strategies for success. By embracing them, you position yourself to receive all that God has in store for you. Remember, the journey to financial prosperity is not a race, it's a journey. And like any journey, it requires perseverance, faith, and trust in the process. As you cultivate these qualities, you'll find that the blessings you've been waiting for are closer than you think. Generosity is more than just giving. It's a powerful spiritual principle that activates a cycle of continuous blessings in your life. When you share what you have, you create space for more to flow in. It's like opening a valve that allows prosperity to circulate freely, both for you and those you bless. The more you give, the more you receive, and this cycle continues as long as you keep the flow going. Many people hold on to their money tightly, fearing that they won't have enough if they give. But the truth is, generosity doesn't deplete your resources, it multiplies them. When you give with an open heart, you're showing God that you trust Him to provide for all your needs. This trust unlocks the door to even greater blessings, ensuring that you never lack what you need to live abundantly. Think of generosity as planting seeds. Each time you give, you're planting a seed that will grow into a harvest of blessings. It might not happen overnight, but with time and patience, those seeds will bear fruit. And the best part? The harvest you receive is always greater than the seed you planted. This is why generous people are often the most blessed. They understand that giving is the key to receiving. Generosity isn't just about money, it's about sharing your time, talents, and resources with others. When you give from a place of abundance, you create a ripple effect that touches everyone around you. Whether it's volunteering your time, offering your skills, or simply being there for someone in need, these acts of kindness have a way of coming back to you multiplied. The blessings you give are the blessings you receive. One of the most powerful forms of generosity is giving without expecting anything in return. This kind of giving is pure and unconditional, and it aligns you with God's love and abundance. When you give freely, you're not just helping others, you're also opening yourself up to receive blessings in unexpected ways. This is the true spirit of generosity, and it's a principle that never fails to bring rewards. The Bible teaches us that it's more blessed to give than to receive. This isn't just a nice saying, it's a spiritual truth. When you give, you're participating in God's economy, where generosity is the currency of blessings. In this divine economy, the more you give, the richer you become, not just financially, but in every area of your life. Generosity opens the floodgates of heaven and invites God's blessings to pour into your life. Have you ever noticed that generous people seem to have a certain glow about them? That's because generosity fills your heart with joy and peace. When you give, you're not just helping others, you're also nourishing your own soul. This inner fulfillment is a blessing in itself, and it's something that money can't buy. Generosity enriches your life in ways that go far beyond material wealth. One practical way to cultivate generosity is to make it a habit. Start by setting aside a portion of your income for giving, whether it's to your church, a charity, or someone in need. As you make generosity a regular part of your life, you'll find that it becomes easier and more joyful. And as you give, watch how the blessings start to flow back to you in ways you never expected. Generosity also has a way of attracting opportunities. When you give, you're signaling to the universe that you're ready to receive more. This doesn't mean you give just to get, but it does mean that your giving creates a magnetic pull for prosperity. Opportunities, connections, and resources start to show up in your life, often when you least expect them. Generosity is the key that unlocks these doors. It's important to remember that generosity isn't about the amount you give, it's about the heart behind it. Whether you're giving a small sum or a large one, what matters is the intention. Are you giving out of obligation, or are you giving out of love and gratitude? When your giving is motivated by love, it carries a power that transcends the material. It's this kind of giving that creates lasting change, both in your life and in the lives of others. Generosity is also a powerful antidote to fear. When you give, you're telling fear that it has no place in your life. You're declaring that you trust in God's provision and that you're not bound by the scarcity mindset. This act of faith breaks the chains of fear and opens the way for more abundance to flow into your life. Generosity is a courageous act that leads to greater freedom and prosperity. Another benefit of generosity is the impact it has on your relationships. When you give, you're building connections with others that are based on love, trust, and mutual support. These connections create a network of blessings that support you in times of need. Generosity strengthens your bonds with others and creates a community where everyone thrives. It's a win-win situation that brings blessings to all involved. Generosity also teaches you to be a good steward of your resources. When you give, you're reminded that everything you have is a gift from God. This awareness helps you manage your money wisely, knowing that it's not just for your benefit, but for the benefit of others as well. Generosity encourages you to be mindful of how you use your resources, leading to better financial decisions and greater prosperity. One way to practice generosity is through random acts of kindness. These small, spontaneous gestures can have a big impact, both on the recipient and on you. Whether it's paying for someone's coffee, leaving an encouraging note, or helping a neighbor in need, these acts of kindness create a ripple effect of blessings. Generosity doesn't always have to be planned. Sometimes, the most powerful giving happens in the moment. You've just uncovered powerful insights that can transform not only your financial situation, but your entire life. But knowledge without action is like a seed that never gets planted. It holds potential but bears no fruit. So, I ask you, what are you going to do with this wisdom? Will you take the steps needed to align yourself with God's divine plan for your prosperity, or will you let fear and doubt hold you back? The choice is yours, and the opportunity is now. Imagine the life you could be living, one where financial blessings flow freely, where your dreams become reality, and where you walk confidently in the abundance God has promised. It all starts with a decision, and that decision is yours to make today. If you're ready to change your life, don't hesitate. Start applying what you've learned and watch as doors begin to open in ways you never imagined. And remember, this journey doesn't end here. For more insights and powerful teachings that will guide you on your path to prosperity, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. Stay connected, stay blessed, and let's continue this journey to financial freedom together. You've got this. Now go out there and claim your blessings.